Every year, communities get together to show their desire to bring down crime in their neighborhoods. This year, National Night Out is on August 6th. In Muskegon, there are events in neighborhoods all across the city, and Denny, a police coordinator, is here to tell us more about what they involve. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us about National Night Out. What should people expect?
Well, National Night Out, it's a national event every year. It's been happening for many, many years. Muskegon's participated for 26 of those years.
Wow.
But the goal is to actually get neighbors out to get to know each other and to fellowship with their neighborhood officers so they can build those relationships and keeping their neighborhoods safe.
And as a police coordinator, what does your role involve?
Well, actually, we actually get the police officers out to all the events. We actually do the press releases on behalf of the neighborhood associations and basically just try and get people out there. We actually have 14 neighborhoods in Muskegon that are putting on events, which is kind of a record for us. It's been that way for the last couple of years.
Wow, 14. And so tell us a couple of the main areas that people can check out for National Night Out.
A couple of our bigger ones, NIMS neighborhood puts on a huge one. Most of them in Muskegon are 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Nationally, the hours are 7 to 10, but most of our events run from 6 to 8. Also, Oakview has a huge one. They always have a bunch of kids' bouncy houses, and all 14 have food involved. So if you want to eat that night, come out to one of the events.
It's a great community event, and not only brings the community together, but police officers. And why is that so important?
Well, part of the thing is that, working with the police officers can't handle everything themselves. I mean, if we just go out there and have the police officers arrest everything, there's more crime to follow. We need people to work with us. The other thing is we're in a day and age where neighbors don't necessarily know each other, so they don't know when something's out of place with their neighbor because they leave in the morning and they wave hi to them, but really don't know anything else about their neighbors. It gives them a chance to get to know their neighbors, know when something's out of place. They can call the neighbor, and if the neighbor's not home, they can call 911. It's just, people looking out for each other.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
it's a whole community involvement. And it's been going on in Muskegon for over 2 decades, you mentioned. How has this grown or evolved through the years?
Well, we started out in 1993 was our first one. I think we had 6 neighborhoods at that point, so it's been a steady increase with people participating. All the other neighborhoods started seeing the worth in it, and now we're up to 14 neighborhoods that are doing this.
Wow, and just being at the events, what's the feedback that you get from people who participate?
Well, it's all positive because it's family members. We've got senior citizens, we've got kids, we've got teens, and just building that interaction with the police officers, there's just smiles all over the place. It's a time where the officers and the community can actually get together and have fun together.
And what do the police officers want to show members of a community? You talked about this a little bit, but why is it so important for them to have these positive interactions?
Well, most of the officers that we have at these events are the neighborhood officers, and they need them to see that they're actually part of the community. It's more than just they're an officer. They're concerned about that neighborhood too because it's their neighborhood. They take ownership of it, and the people should actually take ownership of that officer. This is our officer. When we have a problem, this is who we can talk to.
Absolutely. Denny, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. We have all of the details on our website at 13onyourside.com.